Hey, what's up everybody? I'm QB for Culturalist Theory, and in this video we will rank Usher's albums from worst to best. So if you got it bad or ready to sign them papers, we got you. You don't have to call anyone else. For this ranking, we will focus on Usher's full-length albums. We will not include the mixtape A with Zaytoven or the EP verses. So if you like what you see, give us a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss a list. Now that that's out of the way, let's get to it. Number 8, Usher. Kicking off our list is his self-titled debut, Usher. Now he was only a teenager at the time of the release in 1994, but he was working with some heavy hitters. Holed up in the bad boy camp, young Usher worked with Puff Daddy, who was executive producer on this album, as well as Faith Evans and Albie Shore, who were writers and producers on this project. This album did break into the Billboard Top 200, peaking at number 167 with Think of You, and other forgettable singles as Can You Get With It and The Many Ways. Number 7, Raymond vs. Raymond. Originally titled Monster, Usher brought this album to life with the help of serial collaborator Jermaine Dupri, along with Esther Dean, Polo the Don, and legendary duo Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, to name a few. The album was recorded while Usher was going through his divorce from Tamika Foster, and unfortunately it shows. It's a mixed bag sonically and thematically. On one hand, you have breakup anthem Papers and other traditional R&B tracks like Daddy's Home and There Goes My Baby. On the other, there's OMG, produced by will.i.am, which was a breakout hit and stands out completely from the rest of the album. Raymond vs. Raymond was Usher's third consecutive #1 album, but great singles don't always make a great album. Number 6, Looking for Myself. Right out the gate, the first track, Can't Stop Won't Stop, is nothing like we've heard from Usher to that point. The project was described as revolutionary pop. We don't know exactly what that means, but it worked. Usher experimented with several world sounds and brought fans along for the ride. Songs Scream, Numb, and the title track, Looking for Myself, are heavily influenced by electronic dance music, dubstep, and new wave. But Usher doesn't leave anyone out. Lead single Climax, produced by Diplo, harkens to classic Usher. It oozes with sex appeal and a flawless falsetto. Climax also became one of the most successful singles of Usher's career, spending 11 weeks at #1 on the Billboard Hot R&B and Hip Hop chart. Number 5, Here I Stand. After repeated delays in 2007, Here I Stand was released in 2008 and became the unwitting follow-up to Confessions. Now you may or may not remember, but this was Usher's first project under new management. He replaced his momager Jonetta Patton with Benny Medina, who also managed Jennifer Lopez and was the inspiration for Fresh Prince. Taken together, you get the impression that Usher wants fans to know he's taking his career and his life into his own hands. Taken alone, Here I Stand is okay. Usher is a gifted storyteller and can set a mood singing about chores like he does on Trading Places. Love in This Club Part 2 with Beyonce and Lil Wayne, and Moving Mountains are further proof of his capabilities. However, at 18 tracks, it's just 2 or 3 songs too long. Even though the album is certified platinum, it still feels like a step in the wrong direction on the heels of the Diamond album that was Confessions. Number 4, 8701. Originally titled All About You, and in case you missed it, Usher has this thing about replacing you, Y-O-U, with the letter U, just a thing. After some delay, Usher's third album, 8701, was released August 7, 2001. This album cracks the top half of our list because it stands out as Usher's best vocal performance to that point in his career. It also marked his transition from teen heartthrob to adult male superstar. 8701 went 4 times platinum, riding the waves of singles You Remind Me and You Got It Bad. There's That You Again. This album was capped off with 2 Grammys for Best Male R&B Vocal Performance, one in 2002 for You Remind Me, and the same award for the Neptunes produced You Don't Have to Call in 2003. Number 3, Hard to Love. Hard to Love is Usher's 8th album and was released in 2016. It received a warm reception from fans and critics who welcomed Usher's return to R&B after years of experimenting, though successfully, with different genres. The lead single No Limit, featuring Young Thug, made its way around radio and was followed by Crash, Missing You, and Rivals featuring Future. This album is so R&B that it features a sample from Love You Down by Ready for the World on the song Let Me. Hard to Love is Usher's 7th consecutive top 10 album in the US and is number 3 on our list. Number 2, My Way. My Way is Usher's sophomore album, released 3 years after his lukewarm self-titled debut. This might have been his last chance to get it right, and he did. This was Usher's first time teaming up with Future songwriting Hall of Famer Jermaine Dupri, and they hit it out of the park. With JD at the helm, Usher broke out with singles and videos we still remember, like My Way, You Make Me Wanna, and Nice and Slow. This album was a huge success, selling 7 million copies and setting us up for what we could expect from Usher for years to come. Number 1, Confessions. Undoubtedly one of the best R&B albums of all time, Confessions debuted at number 1 when it was released in 2004 and set Usher apart from the pack. It sold 1.1 million units in the first week and has since been certified diamond. That's 10 million records. Now with streaming and everything else, we're not likely to see numbers like that again, but it doesn't matter because we have it right here in Confessions. This album was thought to be autobiographical and spill the tea about Usher's relationship with Chili, but even after all the rumors and innuendo were cleared up, we're left with a smoldering album detailing the ups and downs of a relationship in peril. He had 4 consecutive #1 singles with Yeah, Burn, Confessions Part 2, and My Boo with Alicia Keys. Even with all that heat on the radio, there's still plenty left on the record. There is not a single skip on this album, proving that when he's cooking with Jermaine Dupri, it's a recipe for success. Confessions earned Usher and his collaborators many awards that year, including the Grammy for Contemporary R&B Album, and Usher was recognized as Billboard's Artist of the Year. Doesn't get much better than that. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and who or what you think we should rank next. Remember to like this video and subscribe to Culturalist Theory so you don't miss a list. Until next time, I'm QB. I'll see you then.